Video. How many of you run an e-commerce store, e-commerce director, sales, own a store? Hands up, like participation. All right, how many of you keep your hands up if you're doing video right now? Sweet, good for you. The rest of you, shame on you. You should feel terrible about yourself. Let me give you a little background on our store. We started in 2009. We're a click and mortar retailer, which means, of course, we have a retail store. We had 800 square feet. And a little open source Substruct store, which is a Korean e-commerce backend that no one's ever heard of. That's what we decided to build in back then. And it took us 4 months to get our first sale. It was not great. We really focused on the retail side. And I came in 2012 with a kind of a decisive thing. We were going to grow sales, or we were going to drop e-commerce completely and focus on being a brick and mortar store. So in 2012, we did $60,000, which is not great. The next year we did $122,000. In 2014 we did $1.12 million. We did $2.5 million last year. We're on track to $5 or $6 million this year. As a store overall, we'll probably do $10 million this year. So we're breaking over half of everything is coming from e-commerce. And the big reason is because of video. All right, so they grabbed the PDFs, so nothing's animated. That's okay. So a lot of data on each slide at this point. But if you're not doing video, here are just a few points as to why you should be doing it now. 73% of US adults are more likely to buy something if you give them a product video. 73% are more likely to purchase from you. 96% of US adults find it helpful. And if you find something helpful, you engage with that content, you have a much better chance of purchasing something from them. 77% of US adults find companies that do video to be more engaged with their customers. Now, if they're engaged with you, I sell grills. I sell very expensive stuff. Our average cart's over $500. We sell $20,000 items regularly. They're not going to just click through, watch a video, and purchase. That's very rare. It happens, and it's wonderful when it does, but it's incredibly rare. You want to engage with them, and your video content's very long tail. You have somebody who's engaged with your brand, and they're going to come back to you to learn something. And so let's talk about the 3 types of videos. At the top, and we have an inverted pyramid here because the video types, this is what it covers as far as your SKUs and your brand. A branding video doesn't really sell anything for you. What it does is it conveys a message of who you are and what the message is of your company to your customer. It builds trust. I'm not a runner. I do barbecue. I carry an extra 20 pounds at all times. It's brisket and ribs. And so, but I see Nike running commercials and I go, man, I could be a runner because Nike running. And I go into an academy sport or something and I see it there. And if I were going to go buy apparel to go run, I'd buy Nike because their branding commercials are phenomenal. They make me feel like Nike has my best interest at heart. But they're not going to sell a specific product. How-to videos kind of sit in between, and how-to videos are great. We actually lean on them. I don't totally practice what I preach in this because we have I have a staff chef who's there every day, whose job is to legitimately just cook food and feed all of us, and then show our customers how to do that. And so with that, we are producing a video every week. We upload to our YouTube, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, every Tuesday on a new recipe. We're able to get techniques, grills, cheap items, $10 sauces, $5,000 grills into one video, and we are able to cover a lot of products very, very quickly and let them know. So if you sell car parts, you sell a muffler, you might also sell a small torch or a small portable welder to put it in. So if you show someone how to install it, you may have the chance to sell more products. Your cart value is going to go up if you can do that in a how-to video. It also solves the problem. YouTube's a great search engine for solving problems. When I need to change an air filter on a car or something that I've never done it on, it's what I do. I go to YouTube and I say, how in the hell do I do this? And it tells me some guy made a video. We make cooking videos. And whatever you do, if your product solves a problem, then that's your best bet, is to go ahead and start making those videos now to show people exactly how to do that and how to do it with your product. But most importantly, and the place we're going to start, and what I'll cover for the remaining about 7 minutes, is individual product videos. And the reason I like individual product videos so much, and I think it's the best place to start to build a foundation for video for your brand, is that they're really easy to shoot. It solves one problem, it breaks down the feature set of one item, and you're able to engage somebody with that product and get them to convert. Our average conversion boost from having a product video is 370%. Now, one of the other reasons not to start with a branding video is because if you've engaged them with wonderful branding content and you have no individual product videos, you know that that customer is engaging with video and yet you give them no video at the product level that you want them to make a purchase. And so if you know that they're going to be engaged with video, start with the easy stuff. Start one-on-one with each product. And I'll show you, this is from this year, right? So we had December and January sales of a little product that I knew we should be selling more of. It had a decent photo, the copy was fine. But the fact is, it's a grilling item and people want to learn how to cook. So I thought, okay, this would be a good test. It's February. Very few people are grilling in February. I grill year-round, but there are not that many people who are that hardcore about it. And I thought, let's put up a product video on this. Let's do this. It cost probably $500 by the time it was all said and done, and it took about 2.5 hours. That was our conversion lift. We're now over $7,500 on that product. It's not going to slow down. So instead of doing 10 grand this year, we'll do $50,000 in a little product that by the time I free ship it, I have 50 points in it. So it's another thing to think of when you're doing a product video. If you're wondering where to start with something you have great margin and that you have great incentive like free shipping or flat shipping. This, had it been the keynote, is a video. I can send the link to anybody. It's just, it's on YouTube, but it's just hidden. That's the iPhone in my pocket. Took the image on the left, a little video there, and a red Scarlett, which is a camera that costs more than both of my wife and I's cars put together. That camera fitted with the lens and everything is about $75,000. You tell me that you're not going to buy the product because it was shot on an iPhone. It does not look bad in comparison. How many of you have an iOS or Android device? Okay, and anyone who didn't raise your hand is a liar. So the most important thing is not the camera. A lot of people freak out. They're like, I must buy a DSLR. I need to spend a bunch of money on this camera. I'm going to go to Best Buy and I'm going to buy a $1,000 T5i with the kit lens and blah, blah, blah. And it's a waste of money. The entire lighting and audio setup for this shoot was $650. I will send you the link to everything in it. It's all fine. It's not going to travel well. It's going to break after a year, but it will get you started. And it does a great job. We shot these videos for another small site that we have, another brand we own, and they've done phenomenally. This is also in the basement of my 1963 ranch with a 7-foot ceiling. So this is not a big stage. This is a tiny room. It's a storeroom that used to house my recording studio. And I'm not wearing pants. So, fun fact. Just have a shirt on. So, me and a buddy in the basement took about 3 hours, shot 12 product videos, and that was it. And it's done really well for us. So let me give you 8 tips. A lot of people have bagged on best practices up here, and I won't continue to do that. We all know that there's no one surefire way. If there were, we'd all already be doing this. But lighting and sound are more important than your video quality. Video quality on your phone is great. Bright lights, good sound, make sure they can see and hear everything you're talking about and showing. Show product close-ups, please. Do not hold wide on yourself. No one wants to see you. They don't care. It's not entertainment. You're trying to show them the feature and benefit of a product. So zoom in and show them the features. If that means getting a little $25 turntable online and turning that product around and giving them a 360 video, do that. They want to see it. I sell rubs and some things that what does it do? It opens up and salt dumps out. Big deal. But you want to go ahead and show all the features of the product that you can. And don't be afraid to get into details. They're there for the details. They're not there to be entertained. You are not starting a YouTube channel to sell ads and then make money off of your comedy channel. You're trying to sell products, which means that you need to cover everything. I made a mistake a few years ago. We made a video, this cool little product that goes into a Weber kettle, which probably everybody knows, and turns it to a smoker. And I covered about 2 of its features. It has 8. And what we ended up with was a bunch of emails and phone calls going, yeah, but what else can it do? And had I just done the right thing and answered every question and knocked all the features out and put them in there, I wouldn't have created the barrier. We didn't sell as many. We redid the video. We sell a pallet of those every month. So that rolls right into the next one. Video length doesn't matter. Anybody who tells you it needs to be 3 minutes, they're a liar. They don't do video for a living in that way. There's no way. You can do it in 3 minutes if you can cover it in 3 minutes. but please don't keep it short just because someone told you to. Cover everything. They're there to understand your product. Cut between yourself and close-ups. It allows you to have fits and starts when you're going over something. You can stumble on some words, go back, and allows you to seamlessly create a video that doesn't have any jump cuts, which I find kind of annoying. Don't forget a call to action. I see this way too often. People are just like, hey, thanks for watching the video. Boom, blank. I'm like, cool. We know human psychology says that if we're asked to do something, we're far more likely to do it. So say, hey, thanks for watching the video on Product X. If you have any questions, give us a call. Here's the phone number. Here's the website. There you go. Don't hide your video in your footer. Don't put it below your copy. Please, God, don't put it below your copy. I know, just through the scrolling stuff in my analytics, 30% of the people who visit my page get to my copy. 100% of the people who are on my page see my videos. So that is incredibly important to make sure that you take the time, designers, developers, make sure that you chat with everybody and put those videos in a place. One of my favorite websites, we're going to start A/B testing this here pretty soon, rightchannelradio.com. They put their video right where the photo would be. And if you want to see the photo, you can click the photo image above it, below it, and it will click up. Pay attention to your video thumbnail. Make sure they actually know what it's about. Don't let it be the thumbnail of this. Now, the guy with his eyes closed who's like mid-breath, that's a terrible idea. YouTube doesn't know what it ought to be. And use social channels. Don't just put it on your site. Put it on YouTube, put it on Facebook. Embedded video on Facebook does incredibly well. The native platform is great, and they're going to reward you for that. They're going to send a ton of traffic your way. And deliver that video to as many people as possible. I don't put Instagram up there because I think they're 15 or 30 seconds, which doesn't do us much good. And if you want to chat, I have a million other things about this, especially with developers. I want to talk about turnstiles and buying something right out of a video. I'd love to chat with you. So there's all my contact info. And if you run up to me, have any questions, I have a card. It has my cell phone on it. You can shoot me a text, anything. Thank you guys very much.